opportunity there tonight?
Yeah, it felt a little bit like Cape Town, to be honest, where we got behind, fought our way back, had a kick to go ahead with 10 to go. This time we scored a try. To be 2 down with, into that last 10 minutes, then you're in the mix. And so, yeah, it's disappointing for sure.
Ben?
Joe, you said before the game you wanted a free-flowing contest. There were 25 penalties blown. What did you think of that?
Yeah, we're disappointed that, we were penalised 15 times, and we've got to be better than that. We'll have a good close look at them, but looking after the fact, the results are results, so we've got to try to be able to adapt to Andrea Piatti, and that's one of the challenges. It's pretty hard to adapt in game when the All Blacks are getting width and coming at you. So they put a lot of pressure on, and sometimes when you overchase something, you give something away in terms of a penalty. So we've got to cop that on the chin and get better.
Just on that, Joe, I think the penalty count was 10-3 against you in the second half. Do you feel like you were that ill-disciplined, or any grievances with the card in particular?
Yeah. Like cards are cards, and he said that the ruck was already formed, so we can't play the ball, and we're under pressure 5 from our line, so that's the risk you run. If we defended better higher up the field, then we don't get that sort of pressure. So that's what I mean. We've got to be better so that we're not at the at the mercy of decisions that we don't control.
You also said pre-game that you couldn't afford to give an early lead, and another one occurred today. Have you got your finger on what's going on there?
Yeah, again, I think it was discipline. It allowed them to get into the right areas of the field to score early. We bounced back and was 5-3, and then again gave up a penalty just after, and it was very quickly 8-3, and they worked a couple of really good tries to get out to a lead, but we had a couple of access points that we didn't make the most of. Missed a couple of penalty kicks for touch, and we weren't getting a lot of penalties, so they became very precious moments that we missed, and you can't afford to miss those moments.
Harry, you seem to engage in quite a few long chats with the referee. Was there one sort of thing that you were most concerned about?
No, not really. There's just a few which I just wanted him to check with Timo. When Geordie Barrett, I thought he might have lifted him above horizontal, so I wanted to have a good check of that, and probably a few other occasions wanted Timo to have a look, but Timo checked it and it was clear, so yeah.
Joe, can you tell us what the situation is with Tate McDonald?
Yeah, Tate appears to have damaged his hamstring, so we'll get something pretty early in the week to determine what degree of damage that is, and update then. But it doesn't look great.
Does Nick White unretire again now?
Whitey, yes. yeah, he is the gift that keeps on giving, and I guess we had Whitey in the changing room there now, so he's not too far away, and he lives in Perth, so and he's such a good character within the team. So yeah, I haven't had any discussion with him, but at the moment I just feel for Tate. 50th game, last 10 minutes, and just got collapsed in that ruck, unfortunately.
Joe, this is still a team with great potential. What are the positives that you take tonight from this loss?
I think it's a good question because we do become very result focused and we're very disappointed. But at the same time, I felt the way we fought our way back into the game, and at 2017 at half time, I really felt like we were in the game. Getting back to, as I said earlier, 2-point differential with 10 to go, again, we're back in the game. What we need to do is just be able to stay in the moments and be able to stack those to win that. I think we missed a penalty kick for touch, and the All Blacks on the back of that got a few penalties. I think we got penalised carrying inside the 22 in that second half. Lenny Ikato tripped over one of our players, and it was pretty hard to get the clean out as the tackler was there, but they were very quickly on the ball, and fair play to them. But on the back of that, they strung a few penalties together, and that's what we can't afford to do, to give them access and then invite them closer and invite them closer again, because they're too good for that. They have a number of outstanding players who challenge us every time they carry the ball, and I thought they played with good width at times today. I thought they probably won the aerial battle today as well, which gave them a bit of access as well. And on the back of that, we get frustrated and distracted by that, because I felt there were some things we did really well, and we were a little bit passive early in the game with our defence, but defended our line really strongly, held them up twice, defended them inside our 22 for the number of 22 entries they had. I'd admire the way that we stuck at our task.
Harry, obviously the Winners no longer within reach, but do you feel there's enough there to refocus as you look to it?
Yeah, definitely. I think the Rugby Championship's still up for grabs there, due to a few of our bonus points earlier in the tournament. So there's a lot for us to play for next week, and we're playing back in front of our home fans, which always excites us, and we feel like we can definitely go out there and get the result. And a few missed opportunities today definitely hurt us, and we're definitely going to try and rectify that next week.
At the back with me.
Joe, just looking into next week, we get Will Skelton, Rob Valentini, Tom Liner. Give us a bit of update on players you might get back.
Yeah, those three guys should be available to play. Obviously, we've got a lot of confidence in our squad, and whoever's fit is up for the game, and that's just the way we need to operate. I do. I know what the strength and depth is of the New Zealand teams. They had both finalists in Super Rugby. They had 3 of the 4 semi-finalists. So that strength and depth, that's going to take a little bit of time to build. But I think we're going in the right direction, and progress isn't linear, and it's frustrating for Harry and I that it's not linear, because we feel like we're making progress. But we just sometimes tripped over ourselves tonight, and sometimes tripped over a very good All Black squad.
Joe, you mentioned not finding touch a couple of times there, James. Finding touch. Do you think his disrupted week last week was any way a factor in terms of his preparation, his fitness, or his mindset?
No. He kicked well at Eden Park yesterday in the post the captain's run. He felt pretty confident coming into the game. He's slept well, keen to contribute. Those are the preparation factors that lead him to feel that he's ready to play. And so, I think there were elements of his game that he fought really well for. There was some of our skill execution, full stop, wasn't where we'd like it to be, and I don't think that was just James O'Connor, and that's part of the frustration when you don't get the result and you haven't quite met the standards that you'd like to meet, or made the progression that you'd like to make.
Just with Len, he came off in the second half. Was he fit?
Yeah, again, we had a few guys who just had a virus during the week, and Len, you know, he just got flatter as the game went on, and so it was just it was really just a substitution for that reason. So he'll be fine. It's you know, another week's time, he'll bounce back well.
Harry?
Sorry, I'll just do one
Yep,
more.
sure.
Harry, right back to the start, so when it got to 26, 24, do you guys feel like you were coming home with a wet sail there? Like the beating Parkudu might finally fall to them?
Yeah, we had plenty of confidence there. We didn't really get too much ball in the second half, and when we did there, we obviously scored straight away, which gave us a lot of confidence, and there was plenty of belief there in the group, but obviously didn't get the job done in the end there, which was disappointing.
Last one at the back, please.
Joe, I know you don't want to dwell too much on the refereeing, but is it a bit frustrating in such a big match to have a referee from the emerging nation?
I certainly wouldn't say Italy are emerging. They're right up there. We've got to play them later this year, so I'm certainly going to be respectful. And Gonza Caseta is the coach for Italy. He's a good friend of mine. So we're frustrated with ourselves. We've got to be better. You know, and as Harry said, we had 40% of the possession in that game, and we're down 4 tries to 3. That's probably reflective of what we need to do better. We missed probably 3 or 4 times as many tackles as the All Blacks did, and so that's on us. The referee's not going to make the tackles for us. We've got to roll our sleeves up and make sure that we deliver those. We've got to make sure we hang on to possession better. So, yeah, as I say, we have frustrations, and they're across the board. That, you know, some we can influence, and some we've got to make sure that we improve upon for next week.
Thanks all. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.